The neon lights of Piccadilly Circus reflected in the rain-streaked window of Elias's small apartment. It was 2 a.m., and the blue light of his laptop screen was the only thing illuminating his tired face. Elias was a talented coder, but he was drowning. Every time he tried to focus on a complex line of code, his phone buzzed. A notification from London's news, a message from a friend, or the endless scroll of social media. He had been working for 6 hours, yet he had achieved nothing. His mind felt like a shattered mirror, broken into 1,000 tiny pieces of half-finished thoughts. He felt a deep sense of shame. "Why can't I just focus?" he whispered to the empty room. The pressure of his deadline felt like a heavy weight on his chest, making it hard to breathe. He was busy, but he was not moving forward. Before we explore how Elias fixed his broken focus, I want to invite you to a very special place. Please reach for your mindset journal, take a deep breath, and feel the weight of the pen in your hand. This is the moment you stop letting the world control your attention. Are you ready to build your focus? Let's find the rhythm together. Elias realized that his environment was a minefield of distractions. He decided to perform an experiment. He traveled to a quiet library in the outskirts of London, leaving his phone in a locker at the entrance. The first hour was agony. His brain was screaming for a hit of dopamine, the quick reward he got from checking his phone. But he stayed in his chair. He focused on one single task. Slowly, the noise in his head began to fade. The rainy world outside disappeared. He began to feel a sense of oneness with his work. The code didn't feel like a chore. It felt like a beautiful puzzle. For 4 hours, he didn't look at a clock. When he finally surfaced, he had finished the entire project. He felt energized, not exhausted. He had discovered the flow state. Why did Elias's brain suddenly start working for him instead of against him? The answer lies in neuro-psychology. When Elias entered this state, his brain underwent transient hypofrontality. This means the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for self-criticism and your sense of time, temporarily slowed down. This allowed his subconscious to take over. Furthermore, his brain was bathed in a cocktail of chemicals: dopamine, norepinephrine, and endorphins. This combination sharpens focus and kills pain. By removing the micro-distractions of his phone, Elias prevented attention residue, which is the mental cost of switching from one task to another. He wasn't just working harder, he was working in harmony with his brain's natural chemistry. I am talking to you, the freelance designer in Dubai, trying to finish a logo, the medical student in Seattle, overwhelmed by textbooks, and the 9-to-5 office worker who feels like they are achieving nothing. You are not lazy. You are simply living in a world that is designed to keep your brain in a state of high cortisol and low focus. You are trying to drive a Ferrari in first gear because you are constantly hitting the brakes with your smartphone. It is time to shift gears. The climax of this journey wasn't just a finished project. It was a transformation of the soul. Elias sat in a park near the Thames, watching the sunset. For the first time in years, he didn't feel the urge to pull out his phone and record it. He was present. He realized that by mastering those 4 hours of deep work, he had earned the rest of his day. He had reclaimed his time, his pride, and his mental health. He wasn't a slave to the ping of a notification anymore. He was the master of his own consciousness. The fog of London had lifted, both outside and inside his mind. To help you master this, let's learn our 3 golden terms. Flow state. A mental state where a person performing an activity is fully immersed in a feeling of energized focus. In our story, Elias used this state to turn a stressful coding project into an enjoyable puzzle. Attention residue. The mental distraction that remains when you switch from one task to another. Elias eliminated this by putting his phone in a locker, allowing his brain to stay fully on one task. Dopamine detox. A period where you avoid quick rewards, like social media, to reset your brain's chemistry. Elias's first hour in the library was a mini detox that allowed him to find pleasure in deep work again. Now, let's open your mindset journal for our journaling workshop. I want you to design your focus sanctuary. Write down 3 things you will physically remove from your workspace tomorrow. Then, write down 1 deep work goal that you will commit to for just 90 minutes. Finally, answer this question. What would I do with my life if I had 4 extra hours of free time every day? Write it down clearly. This is your vision for a focused life. You have the power to protect your mind. The world will always try to distract you, but you now have the science and the story to fight back. Be patient with yourself and remember that focus is a muscle that grows with every quiet hour. Thank you for being here with me. If you found peace in this story, please subscribe and join our global community. Until next time, stay focused and stay kind to yourself.